Thanks, Cam.
We're joined by Coach Scherer and Cameron Runner. In case you didn't hear, Cameron was a member of the all-tournament team. We'll begin with opening comment from Coach Scherer. We'll take a couple questions for Cameron, and then we'll close with Coach Scherer.
Sure. Hats off to Murray State. There's a reason why they've won 30 games, 30 plus games. That's a heck of a good team, and they just have so many weapons. It's just really, it's very hard to guard them. And they came out and they played, it felt like close to perfect. It made 13 threes. It was their day for sure. And so, still just so proud of our team. We may have run out of gas a little bit today, but just the run that we put together, how our players, how our players represented our program. They are a joy to coach, and these are truly happy tears because I just love every minute with these guys, not just this tournament, but this entire season.
Real quickly before the questions, I apologize for yesterday not saying this while Cameron was in the ring. She did this year set Evansville single season scoring and assist records. She's the first player since Christy Cerrone at Illinois State to set both her school scoring and assist records in the same season. And that we'll take questions for her.
Yeah, Cameron, last year, wasn't the year that you guys wanted, but you decided to stick around here and put together this run. I guess, what is this run meant to you, being a player that kind of put faith in this program and stuck around?
I don't know, this run, people are joking that it was like our Cinderella run. Like, nobody believed in us except ourselves, right? So, obviously it's special. I still kind of feel like I want to climb 9, if that's fair to say, even though we just lost in the championship. It's just special because this team's young, and we heard that excuse all season, and it sucked hearing that and losing to those close games. Coming in, we lost to URC twice this season. We lost to Belmont twice this season. We lost to Illinois State twice this season. We wanted that one. But, it's special because absolutely nobody believed in us except ourselves.
And what was that level of belief? Because you guys were the lowest seed ever to make this championship game. What was that belief level in the locker room, and how did you guys kind of reset for this tournament to have the confidence going into this thing?
As Coach said yesterday, one of the days we were here,
Learn together.
she sat us all down and she challenged us, right? We had 2 bad losses coming into this. We didn't play like ourselves. It was rough. It was nasty. It wasn't a good game, right? And so we came in here absolutely nothing to lose. And we're young, we're ignorant, we're whatever, we're gonna go out there and make whatever happen, right? And we did that. The 10th seed going to the championship, I don't think it's been done men's or women's side ever. Is that fair to say? That's correct, yeah. We just went out there.
And how do you go on this going in? You're still just a sophomore, right? Going into next year. What does this experience do for next year?
You just learn from it. You learn from it. Playing this was our 4th game back-to-back. Now we know what it feels like, We just keep stacking that experience, learning from it, and taking it forward.
And what are these records that you've set? Has those meant anything to you? Setting these program milestones so far.
They're cool and all, but I'd rather win the championship, right? I'd rather us as a team really celebrate our wins, what we did this season. I wouldn't have been here if it weren't for my teammates, my coaching staff, Suki, our athletic trainer, all of them, our strength coach, everyone behind the scenes, right? They're nice to have, but they're nothing if I don't have everyone around me,
I have a question for you. Cameron, get yourself ready for this, right? I want you to talk about how your coach and your coaching staff kept you focused through some really rough times and some close losses. What do you want to say about the coaching staff?
They're good. They're smart. They're good. Throughout the season, they kept our heads on, right? Because, like I said, half the time we didn't know why we were losing. we didn't understand why we were losing these close games. We were right there, right? We'd lead most of the games that we lost. Like, behind the scenes, they'd sit us down. They'd be like, look, like, we got to learn and grow from it. They'd show us film. They'd meet with us individually. Like, they're a smart group. Like, we got Molly Davis coming from Iowa. Like, I mean, she's got a lot of ball knowledge. I don't know if you guys know, but she helps me out. Coach Anna's my individual coach. And every time in film, she's showing me what I can do better, what I did good, so I can learn from that and grow. Like, as young players, that's super valuable playing at this level in the NBC. Like, it means a lot because coach carries a heavy load. She keeps her coaches in line. She keeps us in line. She carries a heavy load on her shoulders. And those assistants, they help her do that. They help us. Even when times may be crazy in those games, like, they keep us level-headed.
And speaking of Molly Davis, obviously a little hometown question here for you. How is she got there your freshman year, right? So how has she helped you in your journey kind of growing?
She's got elite ball knowledge. Elite. She's played against the best of the best. She came here when I was a freshman, and I was a little intimidated by her at first because it's Molly Davis, right? Anywho's, when I would catch her one-on-one, I would ask her, like, what do you see in my game? What do you see in the game? What can I do better? Like, and there was one game, SIU, Southern Illinois, a week ago, where they threw a different ball screen coverage at me. They trapped me. I was like, Coach Molly, I got to the bench. I was like, how do I beat it? What do you see that's open? Help me out. She was like, just split them. Like, okay, Molly D says split them. I'm going to split them. And sure enough, it worked. I got a layup. And I gave her a little thumbs up. I said, thank you. She's good at what she does. She's got elite knowledge.
Questions for Coach?
How did you guys keep this, belief, especially the past couple of years, as they come into this year, maybe not going the way you guys wanted again, but the rally in this tournament, how did you keep this group and your coaching staff centered?
This group, honestly, in a lot of ways, they made it easy, even though the season wasn't easy, because they're so coachable, and there's a lot of talent here. And I have been fortunate. This is my 19th season of college basketball. And when teams have something special about them and when maybe they just don't. And this team has something special about them. And I think we showed that here in the tournament. And nothing has changed. Nothing earlier in the year changed my belief about that. And in them. Man, you were emotional as well, and you got to get it all out there, and I didn't. But that truly, the team, just their willingness to bounce back through all of that and continue to believe and continue to trust our staff. That's really special. And that's what special teams are made of. And so I really have felt all along that they are a special group. And then, credit to my staff. We've been short-staffed all season. Our coaches have worked extremely hard, and they've kept their belief as well. They've been incredibly supportive of our players and of me. Haven't really publicly talked about it, but I missed an entire week of practice, our second to last week of the season, because my mom was in the hospital. All I did was coach the 2 games. It was our home game against Drake and our away game against Murray State. And, our staff just kept it rolling. It was seamless. They did such a phenomenal job. I think my mom was doing great, but it was a really hard week, and it was a little scary. And, our players just rallied behind me too. So that's who these guys are. So, again, not the easiest to lose on a lot of close games, but at the same time, these guys always made it a joy to come back to the gym. I never felt like we were too exhausted to move on to the next week. And so while there's parts of this run here at the tournament that are slightly surprising, at the same time, I just go, yeah, but it wasn't out of the question either. Like this, I can see why we were able to do this.
And you mentioned you realized this team was special. Was there a certain moment where you realized that this team could be capable of something like this?
Even when we stunk, I think I knew. Honestly, I think it started last year. Like in the spring, we have 6 sophomores, so they were all with me their freshman year, and they all chose to come back. They're all tough enough to be a part of building and see the vision, dig in with each other, trust me. A lot of it started with Cameron. And so that's when they were special. It was last year. And then they've just continued to prove that over and over.
And one of those players that you have is local of the year from Cedar Rapids, Sydney. You know, I actually ran into her at Banquet when I first took this job here, coming from Evansville. I told her, be ready to play because you guys have a young team. And she was ready to play. She was an all freshman team in the conference, right? What have you seen from Sydney's game and her growth her freshman year, able to step into this role?
Sydney was made for this. And truly, Sydney had the type of freshman that I really expected of her. I knew she was ready to play at the college level. She has been preparing for this for years. How can you not be, with the people that she's around, the family that she comes from? But it's still credit to her because she wants it. It's not because her family does this. It's because she wants it. I think the thing that I'm extremely proud of Sydney is just her growth on the defensive end of things. To play defense the way she played as a freshman in our conference is super challenging. And Sydney throughout the year drew the most varied matchups. I mean, there'd be games where she'd be guarding a player like a Haven Ford from Murray State, and then the next game she'd be guarding a big wing that could post you up and shoot the three. I mean, she guarded all different types of guards all year and always took on the challenge. And was always ready to go. So yeah, we're really proud of Sydney and so thankful that she's part of our program.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.